We have our final game of the season, and I've got a tiny little bit of good news, surrounded by lots of bad news. Welcome back. Berlin Love, episode 10. Little bit of movements in the background. I'm almost getting towards having a background. How exciting. Curtains are changed and everything. What a win. Energie Cottbus are going to be our opponents for the episode. Final game of the season. A win will take us nowhere. A loss or a draw might see us drop down the table a tiny bit further. We are finishing worse than we did last term. Isn't ideal. And a lot of games in between in which I still haven't managed to nail down a formation or anything comfortable in that regards. But before we run into the news, both bad and good, I will ask if you can like and subscribe, show your support on the channel, and slap me in the comments some things that you think might be able to help us. Tactically, possibly signings, but we're looking third tier, German football, third season. If you've got some ones there that I want to have a little look at, could be worth doing so. But they probably need to be free and want to pay for no money as well, which again, could be an issue. I'll go through all the bads, and we'll go through the tiny bit of good news. So, we've played a lot of games. I'll put this back to the one that we need. So, since you were last with me were the games against Erdingen and Magdeburg, you'll see a lot of positional tweaking. Again, even though I said I wasn't going to do it, I did. We had a decent month in April. We didn't lose a game, but we also only won one. So, it's not brilliant. But I'm just going to fly through the results. So, 2-1 win to finish off, follow that episode, against Viktoria. Then a 1-0 loss against Duisburg, which isn't brilliant, but it's not great. 1-1 and a 2-2 against Kaiserslautern and Weiss. We then lost to Werl, who were a team that were just below us in the league, which wasn't ideal. Then we have the April, which were draws against Würzburg, Nuremberg Zwei. We then have Turkey Munch. Our only win, which was against Sandhausen, which is a decent game, to be fair for us. We had a 0-0 with Meppen, and most recently, a 2-1 loss against Freiburg, a team that finished with 9 players. Still managed to beat us. Quite frustrating. Energie Cottbus now. We did play them a few episodes back. Where was that? Bear me a second. I believe we lost. Oh, we lost. No, it was a draw. It was the one where we had 2 draws. So, we're looking to mirror that, hopefully improve on it. I have had slight tweaks to formation. I'm kind of stripping back even more from where we were before. But I'm hoping that they're going to take some sort of beneficial effect. And we can bin off quite a lot of our players that aren't great. But the good news, we've had our scholars, our youth players come through. One of them is really handy. The other one is pretty handy. These, well, a bit crap. We can ignore about them. But we'll start off with Ruben Mins, who's a defensive mid, ball-winning mid. Just looks all right, to be fair. They're saying he hasn't got the best heading, because his heading is 6. Jumping reach of 13, and he's 6'4". He does only have 8 strength, which isn't the best, but could be improved on. He can play a few positions, but I think realistically he has to be a centre-back. But he's, I don't know, he's got a few things here that aren't quite working. But he is only, he's not recent, he's only recently turned 16. That's what we're going for. So hopefully he'll do a good old job for us. And his little friend that's came through is Tom Hauck, who's also German. He lacks the intelligence, which isn't the nicest. He's media friendly. His description is a young striker, and he's got a resolute personality. 16 determination, 4 strength for someone at 6'1". Not sure how that's the case. He's got 1 tackling, 1 marking, and 1 long throws, which again doesn't really matter. But ones are pretty questionable. He looks all right. It looks like he might be able to do a job for us. It's pretty adept with both feet. His jumping reach is pretty strong. His heading's not the best. Finishing's really strong, to be fair, at 16. Again, he's only recently turned 16 as well, so hopefully in a few seasons we'll see him pick up. But he is our 11th best striker at the club already. And as I said, he's only 16. We're still with the 5-2-1-2. We have Braseke in goal, Cap, Nota, and Stura as our back three. They're breaking up quite a few different links as well there, which is good. Mario and Bayeruta outside, with Montes and Lowe in the middle. We have Thiessen playing behind the strikers. Today will be Scholes and Davis. And the slight tweaks, we just changed, like in possession, we're going wide rather than narrow. We normally go narrow. Got the overlaps. Tempo I've just dropped to standard. Passing directness I've kept short, and we want to work it into the box. Transitionally, all I'm doing is asking him to pass to our centre-backs. And out of possession, we are pressing slightly more often with a higher line of engagement in the strikers. So again, as I strip back quite a lot of that, we're playing positive in this one because it suggested me to. And we'll see what happens there. But we've got a team who are currently, where are they? 7th. So they're decent in the league, to be fair. We're not in any danger of being sucked into a relegation battle, and we are definitely in no danger of being pushed up to a promotion battle. A throw-in. Mario puts it short to Thiessen, puts it towards the back post. Davis wins the header. Cap puts it in, but the lino stood there with his flag up. Unfortunately, it looks like he was offside. I've had quite a few issues this season where he's definitely onside. Oh, he's lining him against the goalkeeper, surely. Surely, of course he is. We've had quite a few issues where players are just complacent. I don't know why they're complacent. There's no reason to be complacent. We aren't in a position that warrants complacency. We're just languished in the middle of the league. But apparently players are complacent with that. Corner. Bayeruta towards the near post. Oh, and Stura wins the header, but it goes just over. Throw in. Koch puts it to Eisenhuth. And he's going to feed it up the left wing. They're, just get the ball, basically. Most of our defence is just get the ball. That's what I want from him. And that's exactly what we've done. Right, Davis has got the ball for us. Bayeruta out and on that left side now. Puts it all the way out to Mario and Montes. And a really poor ball, a simple ball, executed incredibly poorly. It's allowed Cottbus to now break on us. Breaking's probably a bit wrong there. No fouls in the area though. Oh, it's a horrific shot. Fortunately, our keeper was managed to. It's a new highlight. Didn't even get to finish to summarise the last one. Hoffman back to bitter. It's just like me. I'm pretty bitter at the moment. No fail. Koch. I thought he was going to score a header from outside the area. I was a thread away from absolutely losing it then. Free kick just outside the area for Cottbus. Schimmer, he's just scored a good free kick. He just has. Osnabrück, who finished in the playoffs last year, have managed to finish in the playoffs this year. So hopefully they can actually get through those playoffs for their sake. Or what will probably happen is they'll get the playoffs next year and we won't. We all know how it happens. We just do. We've got a highlight. Why can't they pass? It's such a simple thing. The guy was wide. Just put it to his foot. Backhouse on the right. Puts it in. And it's out to Geisler, Nokal, and then a shot wide again. They nearly scored 2 goals within, the last minute of the half. I'm so frustrated. It's just, I don't understand why they can't pass. It's not hard. Just do it. Just pass to your teammate. With that, I'm going to ask him to pass to space and run at the defence. Hopefully, that'll do something. Because if we're not expecting them to pass to the guy's feet, then maybe now they might actually be able to find their teammate. We have just passed the hour mark. I'll make the customary subs now. Davis, not playing particularly well, so I bring in Voltamada. I've upset Van Bommel, who's his manager, because I'm not playing him enough. He's just going to have to get over it, really. I don't know if they've got the ability to pull him back. They might do at the end of the season, but we can have that conversation if it comes to it. Also with Scholes, he hasn't played particularly well. I'm considering moving him. Yeah, we'll go Mazzala on the one side, and Mario will let go a little bit more attacking. We'll drop Scholes back to do that. We'll take Low out for Kalin Nasket, this one, that fella. And we'll put Voltamada to be a target forward because we know he's an absolute unit. Towards the last 10, there's a throw-in. We've intercepted. Right, this is it. This is where we score. Right, Khan, horrific pass. Doesn't find his teammate somehow. Schimmer, Hoffman, straight through the middle. They all found their teammates 2-0. Why is Khan trying to pass it over like 6 players' heads? It's completely unnecessary. Just unnecessary. I'm going to count the players that are nearby that he could have passed to. This guy, this guy, this guy. Even for shits and gigs, could have passed to this guy. Nah. I'm going to pass to the guy that's got 5 defenders between me and him. It's all right. I'll just get over it. It's fine. It's fine. We've got a corner. Bayerita, near post, cap. Is it a pen? Given, apparently. Bit. I feel like that was a dig at me from the game. There's a guy that just gave away the penalty. Right, come on, Nick. Do me a goodness here. We scored. We have 4 minutes. And, well, obviously added time to see what we can do. I fear it's going to be a big fat nothing. I pushed us positive. Mario's got a throw in. He's just thrown it straight away. No one's running short. I expressly have a tactic on the throw-ins to throw it short to the fella that stood next to him. Throws it really far. Oh no, it's not his fault. It's the fault of Thiessen, who wasn't stood next to him. Lo and behold, we've conceded again for giving the ball away for no reason whatsoever. This is the issue. Just pass to your teammate. Or just don't pass and just kick it out of play. I'd rather you do that. Brilliant. And that time, he did... What are they doing? Oh, why are they ignoring me? The ball's on the left side. Throw short to teammate. Puts it long into the box. Corner. Geisler. Towards the middle. Nota heads it away. We can break. 2 goals in 3 minutes. It's definitely going to happen. Brilliant ball out to Voltemada. He has Khan at the far post. Oh no, Mario. He puts it in. Khan was stood next to the goalkeeper. He was miles offside. What are they doing to me? Please. 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 Season review. A season I am over the moon to see the back of. 2022-23. There's ticker tape for no reason whatsoever. At least last year it was, oh, we stayed up. Well done. Clap, clap, clap. This time, bag of shit, a lot of them. New arrivals. I don't know how many of these I want to look through. We'll have a look at our best ones, and I'll just kind of flick through just to see the ratings. But I am interested in Voltemada, and not happy about that one. Okay, fair enough. Stura was voted as sign of the season, by the looks of that. Nota was a B+. What else this says? A- for Montez. To be fair, over the moon. Brilliant player. Quite haven't got the best out of him yet, but brilliant player nonetheless. Patrick Luan, again, decent. Deville, probably wasn't the best signing. Kaliska, good, again. Livid, absolutely livid about Mario. 3 separate sections here as to why they're angry, and I'm not 100% sure what has warranted that specific anger. Is it the massive amount of money that we spent on him of 11 grand? Who else was good? Schultz, again, decent player, should do good for us in the next few years. I'm considering putting wingers back in. Think I might do that. We'll see what I've done and how my breakdown has affected me over the summer. And transfers out, we'll just have a flow through these. I'm intrigued to see Kral. I mean, he went on a free, and he's one of our best players that we've seen. Definitely a best player that we've seen. Yeah, bit frustrating about letting him go. Everyone else, don't really care about. Season reviews, they wanted us to avoid relegation. We finished 11th. It's a B. It is what it is. We're not expected to get promoted. I want it, but we're not expecting it. But it doesn't make it any less frustrating. Moments to remember. We picked up a 3-0 win against Holloway. Our match to remember was a 4-2 against Duisburg. And our goal of the season was in a 3-0 win against Mannheim. So Montez starts with the ball. Puts it back to Nota. Back into Montez. Thiessen. Mario's coming in on the right side. And he just drills it across the goalie. I mean, to be fair, the pool of goals to choose our goal of the season from wasn't the most vast. So, understandable why it probably wasn't the best goal that we've ever seen on this game. Reputationally, slight increase, I'd say, but obviously it's just not changed, as expected, to be fair. Sponsorship, exactly is the same. Broadcast revenue has actually dropped slightly. Corporate and hospitality has gone up a smidge, as has the match day and commercial, and there's still no competition prize money. The merch, we sold 24k, which is decent, and 235 shirts sold with Iconics, Montez, Luan, Low, Makrakis. Pair of Latvians that we've got here. A nice, perfect link for all the foot fans. I'm not sure anyone's going to be building one around this absolute travesty of a team there. Best 11. We have Breseke in goal, Nerta, Stura, Cap, Mario and Bayruta out wide, with Lowe, Montes, Thiessen, Luan and Voltemara as the guys up top. So everyone's done all right. Not quite well enough, though, unfortunately. Our accolades are, you know what, they're not as bad as they could have been. Record breakers, Luan, most goals in a match with 3. Most goals in a league match, again, it's the same record. Most assists in the season was Lowe with 7. It's not brilliant. Most clean sheets with 9. Highest transfer fee paid was 11.36, as we said with Mario earlier. And our youngest goal scorer was Schultz, just shy of his 20th birthday. Competition awards, needless to say, we didn't pick any up because we haven't been particularly phenomenal. Fans player of the season was Stura, as well as he was signing of the season, as well he was the signing of the season. There you go. Constructed that sentence properly. Young player of the season was Nota. Goal of the season we've seen just. Our top scorer was Luan with 13. Assists, Low, we've just covered. Most player of the match awards was Cap. Our highest average rating was also Stura. And most passes completed, 79 per 90 by Hirsch, which is pretty impressive to be fair. We have our initial budget. It's not as good as it could be, but it's not as bad as it was. So they've agreed to give us 43k. We're currently spending 48. There's 2 or 3 players that I'm looking at who I want to bring in who are incredibly cheap. So if we can manage to get rid of some of the deadwood, sell on some, hopefully, for astronomical fees that we'll see nothing of because we're only getting 5%, hopefully we can get ourselves on some steady footing for next season. I am going to start training in some ones with wingers as well. Keep our 4-3-3 in and the 5-2-1-2 because I think that's doing a decent job. But yeah, as I say, as I did last time, we've got a busy summer window ahead of us. If you have enjoyed today's episode and the season and the save as it goes, then give me a like, subscribe, give the bell a little slap about as well. That'd be beautiful. There are some items over here so you can carry on watching and listening to me awful voice because I've still got a cold. And thank you very much for your time.